Joining us now is registered acupuncturist Sonia Tan. Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
Sonia, our person of the week, Ken McCrindle, swears by acupuncture. He said it's really helped him with his prostate cancer issues. I want to hear about why it's helped him so much, but first of all, can you describe what is acupuncture?
Sure. Acupuncture is a theory of medicine under the umbrella of traditional Chinese medicine. It's a system as well as a modality of treatment. So the system part is where it's developed a theory of where qi and blood flow. So qi is our vital life, our vitality, that life force that all cellular processes and functioning needs. It travels along the body on pathways and channels that are called meridians. And if you can imagine waterways flowing through the river, through the body, that's really what meridians are. They're like pathways and waterways through the body, and the qi and blood need to flow through there unobstructed, just to have health to reach all areas of the body. And so the theory is that all of these different meridians and channels that go through and flow into each organ all interact with each other. And so it's a system of medicine of diagnosis and treatment. The treatment part is where we're using different methods to trigger points on those channels in order to activate what we want. Say we need to reboot the system because it's just died off and dead, or say there's a blockage and we want to unblock that dam. Then we will use different methods such as filiform needles. We might use some other forms like moxa or cupping and that sort of thing.
Okay, moxa.
So moxa is a herbal stick that's rolled up into a cigar shape, and that we burn it, the heat property of that, and we just move it on the points to activate a warming effect and a certain property onto that function of that point.
And cupping, I've seen people with sort of interesting circles
Yes.
and backs and so forth.
Yeah.
That's just sucking out energy, or?
Yeah, so the main reason why we would do that is to unblock channels and to remove toxins and stagnation and cellular waste out of the body so it can get flushed out and new healthy circulation can get through, because we always want healthy, vital qi and blood to flow. We want all of that dead debris to get out of the body. It's almost like spring cleaning. You want to clean out all that debris so that new life can form.
Sonia, you mentioned these needles that are used in treatment. I think that people hear the word needle and run for the hills, right?
Yes.
So what kind of needles are you talking about?
Well, we use filiform needles, and what that means is that they're very, very thin. They're actually about the size of a hair. They're also shaped differently. The hypodermic needles are pointed at the end, and they break tissue as they enter, which is why they hurt so much. Filiform needles are rounded at the end. And like a knitting needle, the knitting needle pushes the yarn aside as you push it through the yarn. That's what a filiform needle is doing. It's actually pushing the tissues aside, which is why it's not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to be quite that intense like a hypodermic needle.
So in Ken's situation, dealing with the pain from the prostate cancer, how would acupuncture be helping him?
So in his case, and actually in most cases of pain, what we're dealing with a blockage. Something has blocked the healthy vitality in that area. It could be a trauma, like trees falling in a river. Could be just degeneration over time. It can be that vital life is really weak or waning. So in his case, it would be undamming the problem in the river where there's a blockage, and also increasing his vitality and overall wellness, so that that pain relief is lasting much longer, and he's also feeling healthier and he's feeling better as well.
So for someone who's intrigued by Chinese medicine and can't quite understand how it could fit into their health protocol, when would they determine that maybe this would be a good exploration? It'd be good to visit someone who is doing traditional acupuncture?
Well, there can be a variety of reasons why someone would want to visit a Chinese medicine or a registered acupuncturist. It can be, one, they have explored many options through allopathic or Western medicine, and they feel like they're left with no other choices, or they haven't been offered many solutions in that way. So this is another solution or another possible option for them to treat their health in ways that perhaps Western medicine hasn't been able to help them with. In other ways, it's an option where if people want to look at the body in a different way, in a whole body perspective, and also looking at how we can maintain that longevity, Chinese medicine is also a good option for them.
Are there side effects?
Let's say not really. There's always sensations that are normal within acupuncture if you're going to get the acupuncture treatment. But we would describe to most people what a normal sensation is. So sometimes people experience a little numbness or soreness or that sort of thing at the time of insertion. And that's actually a good signal to us because it's showing an area that was blocked, but it's also responding. It's responding to our triggering. Some people feel nothing at all, and nothing is perfectly fine too as they're lying there, and they might feel a tingle or a wave come and go, and when we know things are moving, things are activating. It shouldn't ever feel like a really intense stabbing pain, like a knife. That's not normal. That's not part of acupuncture. That's not what is part of the normal process, not what we want. Any side effects as opposed to after treatment? Generally, not really. There shouldn't be any side effects. Some people might feel a little groggy or worse after, and most times that's the body really trying to process all of that junk that we're trying to get rid of, almost like a detoxing effect. When people detox, they feel that sort of heavy sluggishness. And then once that's all released, they feel a whole lot better. And that's sometimes what people do go through in only within 2 days after treatment.
Well, it sounds just like a great alternative for a lot of people who are maybe struggling with just too many pills in the cabinet, or also just not feeling as vital and full of life force as they would perhaps like. Yeah. Sonia Tan, thanks so much. Great information.
North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life.